Good evening. Dr. John Yaakov Guderson here. See, I set before me a blessing and a curse. That's the opening line of today's section. To see. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. How do we see ourselves? So as a psychiatrist, I've been privileged and awestruck to work with survivors of the Holocaust. They've gone through the worst horrors of horrors, their entire families having been wiped out, and yet somehow they were able to pick themselves up afterwards, put together a whole new family, and live lives of nobility and with purpose. How? How were they able to do this? Well, certainly they could not change the horrors of the past, but they were able somehow to begin to look forward, to not fall into the mentality of victimhood. I can see all obstacles in my way. Today in mental health, all too often we see people who fall into that pattern of victimhood. They fill their lives with resentments, angry at all those terrible things that happened. They become victims. And as they become and live lives of victims, they become more victims because it perpetuates itself. No. In the wise words of the psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, who he himself survived Auschwitz, he says our greatest freedom is to choose how we can respond, how to respond to anything that comes our way. So yes, as a psychiatrist, far be it for me to minimize the abuse or the horrors that anybody has lived through. But at the same time, it's my responsibility and all of our individual responsibilities to try to become agents of change, to try to look toward a brighter future. We should never encourage a victim to continue to be a victim. We should never define ourselves as a victim. Gone are the black clouds that had me blind. Gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day.